Hello everyone. Today we are learning about a topic from class 8, that is comparing quantities. In our previous classes we have learned that whenever we have to compare any two given quantities, we can compare it with many means. Like we can compare it with the help of ratio, by fraction, by percentage, by unitary method. So there are so many methods by which we can compare any two given quantities. And using these concepts we can solve our day-to-day problems. So how we can use these concepts and where we can use these problems, these your concepts in solving our problems, we'll be discussing in this video. So one of the method of comparing quantities is your ratio. So what ratio is? Ratio is basically a relationship between two quantities of the same kind and with the same unit. That means if we are going to compare pencils with pen, suppose I am saying that I am having 5 pens and 15 pencils I have, and I am going to compare these two quantities, then what we'll be doing is the sign for ratio is this sign is for the ratio, and whensoever we are comparing any two quantities, we'll be placing this sign between these two quantities. So whenever we are comparing, what we are doing is, in the terms of ratio, when we are comparing, we are simply dividing it by both the terms. 5 pens are there and 15 pencils are there. So simply we are dividing it. So what we are saying is the ratio of pens to pencils. Ratio of pen and pencil is your 5/15, or you can say 5:15. It is read as is to. 5:15. And whenever we are representing any quantities in terms of ratio, we are always taking in its simplest form. So we won't be writing it as 5/15. We can say it as 1/3. That simply means ratio of pen and pencils is your 1:3, or we can say 1 divided by 3 also. That simply means pen is 1/3 of the pencil, because pen ratio pencil is 1/3. That means pens is 1/3 of the pencils. Or if we are going to write it like ratio of pencils to pens, so number of pencils will be coming first, that is your 15, and number of pens will be coming later, it is your 5. So ratio of pencils to pens will be 15:5, or we can say 15/5, or we can say it as 3:1 also, 3/1 or 3:1. That means pencils are 3 times of your pens. Because pencil ratio pen is your 3:1, that simply means pencils are 3:1. Pencils are 3 times of your pens. So this is how we are representing any two quantities in terms of your ratios. Now whenever we are representing it in terms of ratios, we never use units. That means, suppose I am saying I am comparing 5 kilogram of oranges with 20 kilogram of apples. Suppose we are comparing these two. So when we will be writing it, so we will be writing it as 5:20. We won't be writing 5 kilogram over 20 kilogram. We won't be writing the units. We will be simply writing 5:20 only. Or we can say it as 5/20 or 1/4. Or we can say it as 1:4. That simply means whenever we are representing any two given quantities in terms of ratio, we are never using units. Units are not used. It is simply a number which simply shows how many times one thing is irrespective of your other thing. That means over here that oranges, first we have taken oranges, then we have taken apples. So oranges is 1/4 of your apples. Or if we are going to take apple first and then we are going to take oranges, then it will be 20:5, or we can say 4:1. That simply means apples is 4 times of your oranges. So whatever is coming first, the number will be accordingly. First apple over here, so first number refers to your apple. Second is oranges, so 1 refers to your oranges. So first term of the ratio is known as antecedent. First term is known as antecedent, and the second term is known as consequent. The first term of the ratio is known as antecedent and the second term is known as consequent. So whenever we are comparing any two quantities, always and always their unit should also be same. Like if I am going to say that I am to compare 5 centimeter with your 1 meter, so I can't do that. Because two things, like one is your 5 centimeter, another is your 1 meter, so I can't compare these two because their units are different. Whenever we are comparing it in terms of ratio, always your unit should be same. So what we can do is 5 centimeter is to 1 meter. If we have to compare it, so 5 centimeter over 1 meter, 1 meter could be converted into centimeter. That is your 5 centimeter over 100 centimeter. That is your 1 over 20. Units we won't be using when we are comparing, but the thing is, the things which we are comparing, their unit should be same. We can't compare two things with different units. So first of all, we will convert it into same units, then we will be simply dividing it. Whatsoever the number is coming first will be the numerator. Whatsoever is coming second, that will be the denominator. Simply we need to divide it, or we can represent it in this form, in the form of fraction, or we can represent it in the form of ratio also. Anyhow, we can represent it. That simply means how many times one thing is with respect to the other. So over here, we have compared 5 centimeter and 1 meter. Because units were not same, we have converted it into the same units, and then we have found the ratio of it. Similarly, if I am going to take an example, say I am saying 20 minutes and 1 hour. I need to compare these two quantities. One is your 20 minutes, another is your 1 hour. Again, the units are not same. So what I'll be doing is, first of all, I'll be converting it into same units. 1 hour could be written as 60 minutes also. Right? So ratio of these two will be 20 over 60, or we can say 1 upon 3, or 1:3. Anyhow, we can write it. So for comparing in terms of ratio, first of all, we need to convert it into same units. Then only we can compare it. Then only we can find the ratio of the two given quantities. Hope it is clear that simply ratio is relationship between two quantities. The quantities should be of the same kind and the unit should be same. This is your elaboration. Now let's see what is percentage and how we can use the concept of percentage in comparing quantities. Cent means 100 and percent means per 100. Means whenever we are talking about out of 100 how many, so we are talking about your percentage. The sign for the percentage is, this is the sign for the percentage. That simply means whenever we were talking about fraction, when we are talking about fraction, that simply means we are taking 1 as the base. That means if there is one pizza, then 1/4 of the pizza is eaten by this person. 1/4 of the pizza is eaten by this person. So what is the remaining part? That simply means base was your 1. Out of 1, some part is eaten by some person, some part is eaten by some person. Now, whenever we were talking about fraction, it was 1. 1 was the base. But whenever we are talking about percentage, your base is 100. 100 is the base. That simply means if I am saying that in a class 45% are your girls. If 45% are girls, we know that in a class either boys will be there or girls will be there. So if 45% are girls, automatically we can say boys will be 100 minus 45%. That is 55% of the total strength of the class. It will be your boys. Right? If I am saying that there are 70% students are there who is liking maths, who love to do maths, then automatically we can say that there are 100 minus 70, that is 30% of the students are there who don't like doing maths. Right? Similarly, if I say that there are 20% students who like to play football, there are 50% students who like to play cricket, and the remaining students like to play chess. So how many percent of students like to play chess? So it will be, because total is always 100 whenever we are talking about percentage. So the percentage of the students who like chess will be 100 minus 20 plus 50. That is your 100 minus 70, or we can say there are 30% of the students who like to play chess. So whenever we are taking any fraction with the denominator 100, we say it to be percentage. Like if I am saying it is 25 upon 100. That simply means it is your 25%, because denominator is 100. So any fraction with the denominator 100 is your percentage. So if I am saying that it is your 5 upon 25, or we can say it as 1 upon 5 also. If it is 5 upon 25, so we can convert this 25 in terms of 100 also. For that, what I need to do is I need to multiply it by 4 and divide it by 4. So 5 4 is 20 upon 25 into 4 will become 100. That is your 20 percentage. So whensoever your denominator is 100, your numerator is your percentage. So any fraction with the denominator 100 is your percentage. Now, if I am going to say that if something is given in terms of ratio, like I am saying ratio is 3:20 is the ratio. Now, I need to convert this in terms of percentage. So, how we can do that? As just now we have seen that ratio could even be written in terms of fractions also, and we are saying any fraction with denominator 100 is your percentage. So, we can convert this 20 in 100 also. For that, I need to multiply it by 5 and divide it by 5. So numerator will become 15 and denominator will become 100. That simply means it is your 15 percentage. So whenever we need to convert any ratio or any fraction in terms of percentage, what we need to do is we need to convert your denominator is 100. Like if we cannot convert it into 100, say we can simply multiply and divide it by 100 also to convert it into percentage. Like if it is your 7 upon say 13 is there. So what we can do is we can simply multiply it by 100 and divide it by 100. Now this 100 will convert it into percentage. So what it will be? It will be 700 over 13 percentage. If we will be calculating, it will be something in decimals. So we can anyhow convert it into percentage. For converting it into percentage, we simply need to multiply it by 100 and apply the percentage sign. Suppose I am saying, say 7 upon 5. So what I do is simply multiply it by 100 and it will be converted into percentage. So 5 20 times 7 140 percentage. 140%. So simply what we need to do is either just convert a denominator into 100 and any numerator with denominator 100, that will be your percentage. Otherwise what we can do is we can simply multiply it by 100 and apply percentage sign along with it. It will give you percentage. So anyhow we can convert it into percentage. Now suppose it is given that total of your oranges is 60% oranges is there. Out of fruit, some fruits are there in a basket, some fruits are kept. Out of these fruits, 60% is oranges and number of oranges is 18. So how many fruits are there? So see, it is given that out of 100%, 60% is oranges and number of oranges is 18. So one of the method could be, we can assume, let the total number of fruits be, let the total number of fruits is x. Total number of fruits is x. Now 60% of this x, 60% of x is your 18, because oranges is 60% and 60% is equivalent to your 18, and of which it is 60%, it is 60% of the total fruits. So we are assuming that the total fruits is x. So 60% of this x is your 18. Now 60% means multiplication. 60% means x multiplied by 60 upon 100. When we will be removing this percentage sign, 100 will come in the denominator and it is equivalent to your 18. 1 0 could be cancelled. So value of x will be 18 multiplied by 10. This 10 will go over here in the numerator and 6 is in multiplication with x, so it will go in division. 6 3s are 18. That means total number of fruits were your 30. Out of 30, 18 were oranges and rest all, suppose rest were your apples. Rest were apples. So number of apples will be your 30 minus 18. That is your 12 apples were there. So either we can do by this means, or we can say if 60% of fruits were oranges, that simply means number of, or you can say percentage of apples will be 100 minus 60, that is 40% apples are there. Because total will be 100 only. If 60% is oranges and another is your apple only, then percentage of apple will be 100 minus 60, that is your 40%. So this is the concept of your percentage. Now let's see how to solve few questions based on the concept of percentage. If it is given that the cricket team of the school won 10 matches, total 10 matches the cricket team of a school has won, and win percentage is 40. That means 40% of percentage of the matches, total matches, whatsoever the total number of matches were there, out of the total 40% they have won, and 40% is equivalent to your 10 matches. So how many total matches were there? That simply means what we can do is, if total 100 matches were played, they have won 40 matches, right? So we are assuming that let total number of matches is, total matches were your x, total x matches were there, and 40% of this x they have won. One is your 40% of x they have won, and it is equivalent to your 10 matches. So what the total number of matches will be? Of means your multiplication 40%. When we'll be removing the percentage sign, denominator will be your 100. So 40 percentage could be written as 40 upon 100. It is equivalent to your 10. That is your x will be 10 multiplied by 100. This is denominator, will go in the numerator, and this 40 is in the numerator, will go in the denominator. 4 cancel, 0 0 cancelled, 4 25 times. That means total number of matches were your 25. Out of 25 matches, they have won 10 matches, and that is 40% of the total matches. Or if it is in percentage asked that how many percentage of the match they have lost. So if they have won 40%, that simply means they have lost 100 minus 40, that is 60% of the matches they have lost. Now, if Sohan saves rupees 100 after spending 25% of his pocket money, what the pocket money was? Suppose we are assuming that the pocket money was your X. Pocket money of Sohan is your rupees X. Now, he is spending 25% of his pocket money. If he is spending 25% of his pocket money, so how much he is saving? Obviously, he is saving 75% of the pocket money. Now, two methods could be there. One of the method is, if pocket money we are assuming to be X. Pocket money we have assumed X. Now, he is spending 25% of the pocket money. So, 25% of this X he is spending. So, spending money is your 25% of this. That is X multiplied by 25 upon 100. So, X upon 4 is the money which he is spending. If he is spending X upon 4, that simply means how much he is saving. Total money was X, spending is X upon 4. So saving will be total money he was having minus the money he has spent. So it will be 4 will be the LCM. It will become 4x minus x, that is 3x upon 4 is the money which he is saving. Now this is the money he is saving in terms of x, and actually money he is saving is your 100. That means this is equivalent to your 100. Now if we will solve it further, this 4 is in division, will go in multiplication. So 3x is equivalent to 4 multiplied by 100, and value of x will be 400 divided by 3. Other method could be, if he is spending 25%, that simply means he is saving how much? If spending he is 25%, that means saving is your 100 minus 25, that is 75% of the money he is saving. And if he is saving 75% of the money, and it is equivalent to your 100. So total money was, pocket money was X, and 75% he is saving. So 75% of this X is your 100. So 75% of X is 100, or we can say 75 upon 100 multiplied by X is your 100. Or we can solve it further. X is equivalent to this 100 is in division, will go over here in multiplication. So it will be 100 multiplied by 100 over 75. 25 3s are 75, 25 4 is 100. So it will be 400 over 3. So this is the money which was his pocket money. So out of this pocket money, he is spending 25%, and he is saving 100 rupees. So if spending 25%, that simply means he is saving 75% of the money, and this money is your money saved. So this will be equivalent to 75% of the total pocket money. Now see other type of questions. If 25% students' favorite subject is English, 30% students' favorite subject is science, 40% it is math, and remaining likes SST. So what is the percentage of the students who is liking SST? First question. So if 25% like English, 30% like science, 40% like maths. So what will be the remaining percentage for SST? It will be 100 minus 25 plus 30 plus 40. That is your 40, 70, 95. That is 5% of the students like your SST, or their favorite subject is SST. Now, if the total number of students is 200, so how many students like English, how many students like science, how many students like maths, and how many students like your SST? Total number is your 200, it is given to us. That means 25% of this 200 is the student whose favorite subject is English. Total student is 200 and 25% of the students are liking English. So 25% of this 200 are the students whose favorite subject is English. So it will be 25% could be written as 25 upon 100 multiplied by 200. So 2 times, that is 50 students are there whose favorite subject is English. Now for science it is your 30% of 200, because total number of students is 200 and 30% of the students are favorite subject is your science. So number of students whose favorite subject is science is your 30%, means 30 upon 100 multiplied by 200, that is your 60 students are there whose favorite subject is science. Now for maths it is 40%, maths 40% of 200, that is 40 upon 100 multiplied by 200, that is your 80 students are there whose favorite subject is maths. Now for SST, either we can find 5% of 200, or what we can do is from 200 we can subtract this 50, this 60 and this 80. We'll be getting the number of students whose favorite subject is SST. Otherwise what we can do is 5% of your 200, that is 5 upon 100 multiplied by 200, that is your 10 students are there whose favorite subject is SST. So this is how we can use the concept of your percentage for solving your problems. Now what we can do is we can solve these type of questions by unitary method also. What unitary method is? See, if it is given that cost of 5 pence is your 5 pence are there and cost of 5 pence is say 10 rupees. So what will be the cost of 15 pence? So what we do is, first of all we will find that what will be the cost of 1 pen, and then we'll be finding what is the cost of your 15 pence. So once we are finding the cost of 1 and then whatsoever is required we are finding, so this method is your unitary method. That means first of all we'll be finding the cost of 1 pen. If cost of 5 pen is 10, so cost of 1 pen will be 10 divided by 5, that is 2 rupees. Now whatsoever is required, suppose it is for 15 pence, so cost of 15 pence will be 2 multiplied by 15, that is your 30 rupees. So once we are finding for one quantity and then we are finding for the required quantity, then this type of method is known as your unitary method. So whensoever we are using this unitary method, we can use either solve our questions either by unitary method or by percentage also. So how we can use the concept of unitary? Let's see. Now let's see how we can solve the questions which we have just now solved using percentage, how we can solve the same questions using unitary method. So what we have just now discussed is that unitary method is the method in which first of all we are finding the value for the unit quantity, and once we are having the value for the unit quantity, we are finding the value for the required quantity. So this method is known as your unitary method. Now let's see how we can use this concept. So fruits, total fruits are there. Out of these total fruits, 60% fruits are your oranges. And the number of oranges is 18. So what will be the total number of fruits? So over here what is given, that whatsoever the total number of fruits were there, out of these 60% were oranges. And this 60% is your 18. That means in numbers, 18 is the number of oranges and in percentage it is your 60%. So what will be the total number of fruits? That simply means that if your oranges is your 60%, 60% means out of 100 it is 60, right? That means if total number of oranges is 60, then total number of fruits were your 100. If total number of oranges is 60, then total number of fruits were your 100. And if total number of oranges is 1, then number of fruits will be 100 divided by 60. And if total number of oranges is 18, then total number of fruits will be 100 divided by 60 multiplied by 18. 1010 cancelled, 6 3s are 18. That means total number of fruits were your 30. It was already given that 60% of the total fruits were oranges, and in numbers it was 18. 60% means, that means if total number of fruits were 100, then oranges were 60. So 60, if 60 are the oranges, then total number of fruits is your 100. And if there is one orange, then number of fruits will be 100 over 60. From here 60 we have found of 1. So first of all we have calculated for unit quantity, then we are calculating for 18. So these type of methods are known as your unitary method. Now let's see another question. Cricket team is there of the school. The cricket team has won 10 matches, and out of total whatsoever the matches were there, 40% of the matches they have won, and this 40% is equivalent to your 10 matches. So how many total number of matches they have played? So means if total 100 matches they have played, they have won 40. And if they have won 10, how many matches they have played? So what we'll be doing, if 40 matches they have won, if 40 matches they have won, they have played 100 total matches they have played. Now if they have won one match, then your total number of matches played were 100 over 40. And if they have won 10 matches, then total number of matches played was 100 divided by 40 multiplied by your 10. 0, 0, 4, 25. That means total 25 matches they have played, and out of this 25 they have won 10 matches, which is 40% of the total matches. So this is how we can use the concept of unitary method. The same question just now we have solved using percentage also, and from both the two methods your answer is coming same. So this is how we can compare the given two quantities. Now let's see how we can use the concept of percentage or unitary method in our solving day-to-day life problems. Now let's see one of the concept of your discount. What discount is basically? See, whenever we are going to the market and we want to purchase any of the article, the price which is written on the tag which we are going to purchase, that price is known as the marked price. That means the price which is written on the tag is your marked price. It is not compulsory that this is the selling price also, means we need to pay the same amount. There could be written that there is 20% discount is there on this article, there is 10% discount is there in the article. That simply means we have to pay some amount less than this your marked price. The price which we will be paying for purchasing the article, that will be your selling price, the price which we will be paying. But the amount which we are paying is something less than this. The amount which we are paying less is the discount. Suppose it is given that 10% discount is there. This is the marked price given. That means the tag which is written over there on the article, it is the marked price. And if 10% discount is there, that means how much less we will be paying? We will be paying 10% less of this. So discount will be 10% of your marked price, that is your 1000 rupees. This will be the discount, that is 10% of 1000 will be calculating. It is your 100 rupees. That means discount of 100 rupees is given by the shopkeeper. So if discount is 100 rupees, how much we need to pay? selling price will be your marked price minus discount. If from the marked price we are going to subtract the discount, we are going to get the selling price. That means 1000 minus 100, that means 900 will be the selling price of the article. That means we need to pay 900 rupees for purchasing that article. So this is the discount, which is the deduction in the amount. Whatsoever the price was written on the article, some deduction is there. This is known as your discount. So what is the formula over here? Selling price we can get if we are having the marked price and we are having the discount. Then if we will be subtracting discount from the marked price, we will be getting the selling price. Or we can say if marked price is given to us and selling price is given to us, we can find the discount also. So discount will be marked price minus selling price. If from the marked price we will be subtracting the selling price, we will be getting the discount. That means how much deduction in the marked price is given by the shopkeeper to the customer, it is your discount. So either of the three things, any two will be given to us and we can find the third one. If marked price and selling price is given to us, we will be subtracting these two and we will be getting discount. And if discount and marked price is given to us, we will be subtracting discount from the marked price and we will be getting the selling price. Now let's see how which type of questions could come on this concept. Suppose marked price is given to you as 500 rupees and selling price is given to you as 450 rupees. So what the discount will be? So from this formula we can find that discount is, we can calculate discount, marked price minus selling price. This is the discount. So marked price over here is 500 rupees and selling price is 450 rupees. So discount of 50 rupees is given by the shopkeeper. Now if we have to find this in terms of your percentage, over here it is in rupees. That rupees 50, discount of 50 rupees is given by the shopkeeper. Now if we have to find it what percentage of discount is given, then how we can do that? Always and always discount is given on the marked price. Whenever we are calculating discount, it is always on the marked price. See, there is some difference between the cost price and the marked price also. Cost price is the amount which the shopkeeper is purchasing at. Means if shopkeeper has purchased any of the article, say at 400 rupees and he has marked the cost of this at 500 rupees, obviously he is there for profit only. So if he has purchased at 400, so 400 will be the cost price for the shopkeeper and he has marked 500 on that article, so 500 will be the marked price. Now marked price is 500 but he is selling at 450. But his cost price was 400 only, so still he is having the benefit. Now he is tempting your customers by giving a discount of 50 rupees, but still although he is having the profit only. So this is what your cost price is, what marked price is, what selling price is. So if we have to find the discount percentage, so how we can find it? We just now said that percentage means per 100 only. That simply means if your marked price is 500 rupees. If marked price is 500 rupees, your discount was 50 rupees. If marked price was 500, your discount was 50 rupees. If marked price is 1 rupees, discount will be 50 upon 500. And if marked price is 100 rupees, because we need to convert it into percentage, so we need to take base as 100. So your discount will be 50 upon 500 multiplied by 100, that is your 10%. Discount will be your 10% discount will be there because base we have taken as your 100. So this is how we can find discount also in rupees and discount percentage also. Now another type of questions is, if marked price is suppose 1000 rupees is the marked price and discount percentage is given to us as 10%. That means 10% discount is given. It is already given. So discount in money, in rupees, how much it will be and what will be the selling price. So first of all, we have to calculate what discount will be, how much in rupees discount will be. So discount is, it is 10% of your marked price, that is your 1000. As just now we said, discount is always calculated at marked price only. So 10% of your marked price will be the discount. That simply means 10% means 10 upon 100 multiplied by 1000. That is your two zeros cancelled. 100 rupees discount will be there in rupees. 10% of 1000 means your 100 rupees discount will be there. So in rupees, your discount will be of 100 rupees. And now if discount is 100 and marked price is 1000, what will be the selling price? We can calculate from here. Selling price will be marked price minus your discount will give us selling price. So marked price was 1000 rupees, discount is 100 rupees. So it will be, selling price will be your 900 rupees. Another method, this is your by percentage method, we have calculated it. If instead of this, we are calculating it by your unitary method, then what will be? If your marked price is 1000, 1000 is given to you as marked price and discount percentage is your 10%. That means if marked price is 100 rupees, then your discount is 10 rupees. 10% means out of 100 it is 10, and out of 100 what? It is calculated at marked price only. That simply means if marked price is 100 rupees, then discount was your 10 rupees. And if marked price is 1 rupee, discount will be 10 upon 100 rupees. Now marked price is your 1000 rupees. So if marked price is 1000 rupees, discount will be 10 upon 100 multiplied by 1000. That is your 100 rupees. So by unitary method, we can solve it like this, and by percentage method, we can solve these questions like this. Any of the method we can use as per our convenience. Now let's see what is sales tax, value added tax, that is VAT, what is goods and service tax, that is GST. These are the taxes which are applied by the government. Government is charging this on the sales or the services they are providing. So what actually happening is, like any of the article is sold, suppose at 1000 rupees. Now this is the selling price for the shopkeeper. But some taxes are applied on this selling price which is going to the government. Means it is charged by your shopkeeper only, but shopkeeper is not keeping it with him. He is giving it to the government. So it is charged on the selling price. Like we were saying that discount is calculated at marked price. Similarly, your taxes, all these taxes are always calculated at selling price. And this is the amount which we are paying extra. Like discount was to be deducted from your marked price, but this is to be added in the selling price, because this is the extra amount which we are paying for maintenance, you can say, for whatsoever the facilities government is providing to us. For all that they are charging some taxes, and this is the extra amount which is applied on the selling price. It is going to the government, although it is charged by the salesman, to the shopkeeper, by the customers. They are taking it from the customers and giving it to the government. So this is extra amount, we can say. So means for maintenance, for your whatsoever the facilities they are providing, government is providing, for that they are charging this extra money. So always and always it is charged on the selling price, right? Like I am saying, if they are charging 10% of any of the article, suppose 10% is the service tax, or you can say VAT is there 10%, and the selling price of any of the article is 100 rupees, right? So if the selling price is 100 rupees, this 100 rupees will be going to the shopkeeper, right? But this is not the amount which we are paying. What we have to pay is, we have to pay extra VAT also, or the sales tax or GST, whatsoever tax in the form it is. So suppose it is GST. So GST will be your 10% of your selling price, that is 100 rupees. So it will be 10% of 100, that is rupees 10. So for us, what we will be paying? So bill amount will be, that means this is the amount which we need to pay. It is your selling price plus your taxes. Selling price is your 100 rupees and taxes is 10 rupees. So we need to pay 110 rupees to the shopkeeper. Out of this 110, 100 he'll be keeping with him, and 10 rupees will be going to the government. So this is the extra amount which is paid on selling price. See, what type of questions comes from this? Suppose selling price is given to us as 2000 rupees and VAT is your 10%. So what will be the bill amount? Means what we need to pay. So if 10% VAT is to be given, so selling price is your 2000 and VAT is applied on the selling price only. So first of all, we will be calculating that how much amount of VAT we are paying, because it is in percentage. We have to convert it into rupees. So 10% of your selling price, that is your 2000, will be paying as VAT. So it will be 10%, means 10 upon 100 multiplied by 2000. It is your 200 rupees as VAT we will be paying. That means your bill amount will be what we will be paying. That is your bill amount. It is your selling price plus your VAT. That is your rupees 2200 is the amount which we need to pay to the shopkeeper. Now, if after GST or after any of the taxes, your bill amount is 2200 rupees. This is the bill amount after GST is added. And GST is your suppose 10%. So what will be the selling price? Now here what we need to find is your selling price. We need to find it out. Now see, if your GST is 10%, right? GST is 10%. That simply means if the selling price was rupees 100, if selling price was 100, GST was 10% of 100, that is 10 upon 100 into 100, that is your 10 rupees GST was there. That means if selling price was 100, your bill amount was your 100 plus 10, that is 110 rupees. The bill amount was 110 rupees if your selling price was 100, because your GST or whatsoever the taxes are there, it is applied on your selling price only. That simply means over here we are having the bill amount, right? And we have to find the selling price. Means selling price column we will be keeping in the right hand side and bill amount column we will be keeping in the left hand side. That simply means if bill amount is rupees 110, then your selling price was rupees 100. If the bill amount is 110, in that case your selling price was 100 rupees. If bill amount is rupees 1, selling price was 100 over 110 rupees. And if bill amount is 2200 rupees, then the selling price will be 100 over 110 multiplied by 2200, that is your rupees 2000. So this is how we can solve it. If selling price is given, VAT percentage is given, we can find the bill amount. If your bill amount is given, your taxes are given in percentage, we can find the selling price. So this is how we can use the concepts of percentage. Here we have done the question using percentage concept. Here we have done using your unitary method. So any of the method you can use for solving these type of questions. Now let's see what is interest. So there are two types of interest. One is your simple interest. Another is your compound interest. You must have learned about simple interest in the previous classes. That formula for finding simple interest is P into R into T upon 100, where P is the principal, R is the rate of interest, T is the time duration in years, over 100. This is the formula for finding simple interest. Now we will be learning about what is compound interest. So first of all, what interest is? Basically, whenever we are taking any loan from the bank, so loan is provided by the bank. So bank is providing us the money. So because of this facility, they are charging some extra money from the customer. Means if we are taking loan from the bank, so we will be paying some extra money to the bank. This extra money which we are paying is known as your interest. Suppose we have taken money from some lender. Someone has given us some money. So because we have borrowed some money from him, so what will happen? He should even get some benefit out of it. Then only he'll be helping us. So some extra money. Suppose we have taken 1 lakh from him. But instead of 1 lakh, we will be paying back suppose 1 lakh 10,000. So the extra money which we are paying back is known as your interest. There are some rules by which we are calculating how much interest is to be paid, how much amount of money we will be paying it back. So these type of your interest is either it could be your simple interest and your compound interest. Now simple interest we have already learned that it is your P into R into T over 100. P is the principal which we have taken, which we have borrowed either from the bank or from any of the person. R is the rate of interest which tells us that in 1 year, suppose rate of interest is your 5%. That simply means in 1 year at 100 rupees we need to pay 5 rupees extra. For 1 year, percent means per 100. Means in 1 year, for rupees 100. If we have taken 100 rupees, we will be paying back 105 rupees. If we have taken 200 rupees, so we will be paying back 210 rupees. So it simply tells us that at 100 rupees, we will be paying 5 rupees extra in 1 year. T is the time duration for which we have taken money. It could be 2 years, it could be 3 years, it all depends. So this is the formula for finding simple interest. Now the money which we will pay back is known as your amount. Amount is principal. This too we have borrowed. So obviously this too we will be paying back. Along with this, whatsoever the interest we are paying, if we will add these two, it will give us amount. So amount is principal plus simple interest in case of your interest, and in case of your compound interest, it will be principal plus compound interest. Now what is the difference between simple interest and compound interest? See, when we are taking money, suppose I have taken 1000 rupees from someone. So if for 2 years I have taken, so in the case of simple interest, your principal throughout the time duration we have taken money will remain same. That means if I have taken 1000 rupees for 2 years, so interest for 1 year will be at 5% per annum. Suppose I have taken, so 5p into R into T upon 100, that is your 50 rupees is the interest for first year. For the second year, even it will remain same. That means for the second year, even your principal will be 1000 rupees only. But when we are talking about compound interest, your interest of the first year is included in the principal for the second year. Suppose again I am taking the same example. Suppose your 1000 rupees we have taken at compound interest and rate of interest is your 5%. So for the first year, your interest will be P into R into T over 100. That is your 50 rupees is the interest for first year. This is principal for the first year is your 1000 rupees, right? And interest for the first year is simple interest for the first year is your 50 rupees. Now this is simple interest for the first year or compound interest for the first year, both are same. For the first year, there is no change in simple interest or the compound interest. But when we are calculating it for the second year, your simple interest will remain same. For the second year also, your simple interest will be 50 rupees only. But compound interest for the second year is going to change. Let's see how. For the first year, principal was 1000 rupees. Now the amount will be, just now we said, amount is interest plus your principal. Principal was 1000, interest is 50 rupees, that is 1050 rupees is the amount after 1 year. Now for the second year, this amount after 1 year is the principal for second year in case of your compound interest. That simply means principal is not 1000 now, principal is 1050. So here, from here we can see principal P into R is your 5, time is again 1 year upon 100. So 0, 0 cancelled, 5 2s are 10. It is 105 over 2, that is 2 5 are 10, 224.5. That means for first year, your interest, compound interest was 50 and simple interest was also 50. For the second year, your simple interest will remain 50 only, because in case of simple interest, your principal is same. But in case of compound interest, your interest for the second year is your, instead of 50, it is 52.5. Why it has increased? Because we have applied interest on this 50 rupees also. So this is the difference between your simple interest and compound interest. Always the value of compound interest will be more than that of your simple interest, because in case of compound interest, your principal is continuously increasing. So using a formula, even this is even one of the method by which we can find your compound interest. So after 2 years, compound interest after 2 years will be, for first year it is 50, for second year it is 52.5. So it will be 102.5 will be the compound interest after 2 years. And after 2 years, your simple interest will be 50 plus 50, that is 100 rupees will be the simple interest after 2 years. Now, using this method, we can find it out. And another method could be, formula is even there, amount is equivalent to P multiplied by 1 plus R over 100 raised to the power N, or you can say T, which shows your time duration, how many years it is. So this is even the method by which we can find the compound interest. Over here, we are getting the value of amount, not interest. Amount means your compound interest plus principal is your amount. That means principal was your 1000 rupees and compound interest is your 102.5. That means 1102.5 rupees is the amount. So by this formula, we will be getting this value. If we are going to keep P is equivalent to 1000, R is equivalent to 5 and N is equivalent to 2, then we will be getting the value as 1102.5. So this is how we can calculate the compound interest. Now let's see how to use the concept in solving the questions. Now let's see where we can use the concept of your compound interest. Suppose it is given that population of any of the city is this much and it is increasing at the rate of 5% per annum, means yearly it is increasing by 5%. So we will be using the concept of compound interest. If it is given like cost of a vehicle is this in this year and it is depreciating by 5% per annum, so what will be the cost of the vehicle after 2 years or after 1 year? So whenever it is depreciation, so instead of plus sign we will be using the negative sign. So how we can use it, just check it out. Suppose your principal is given to us as your 10,000 rupees. 10,000 rupees is the principal. Over here it could be population also, it could be anything. So accordingly we will be just solving the question. Suppose the principal over here is 10,000 and your rate of interest is 10% per annum and time duration is your 2 years. In that case, your compound interest, or you see the amount, could be your principal 1 plus R over 100 raised to the power N or raised to the power T. It will be, principal is your 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros multiplied by 1 plus rate of interest is 10 upon 100 for 2 years it will be. So if we are going to solve it, 1 0 and 1 0 could be cancelled. Here in the bracket, it will be 10 will be the LCM, 10 plus 1 raised to the power 2. So it will become 10 plus 1, it will be 11 by 10 raised to the power 2. That is 11 by 10 multiplied by 11 by 10. 11 square will be your 121. So 12100. That means if someone has taken this much of amount for 2 years at 10% per annum, he has to give back this much of amount. This is the total amount which he need to pay. This is the amount, not the interest. So if this is the amount, what the interest will be? Compound interest will be amount minus principal. This is the total money which he'll be paying back. That is your amount. So principal, if we will be subtracting principal from the amount, we will be getting the value of compound interest. So compound interest will be 12100 minus 1. So it will give us 2100 rupees interest will be given. This is how we can calculate. It is the condition when it is increasing. But when it is depreciating, suppose the cost of any of the thing is your 1000 rupees and rate of interest is your 10%. By 10% per annum, it is decreasing, it is depreciating, and time duration is 1 year. So after 1 year, what will be the value of that particular article? So if it is depreciation, the formula will be P 1 minus R over 100 raised to the power T. Here T is your 1 year, so we'll be taking 1 only. So amount, that means value after 1 year it will be, right now the value is 1000 rupees. After 1 year it will be 1 minus 10 upon 100, that will be 1000 multiplied by 10 will be the LCM. So it will be 10 minus 1 over 10, that is 1000 multiplied by 9 over 10. We can say 900 will be the value after 1 year. It will depreciate by 100 rupees. So how much depreciation will be there? How much depreciation? It is your initial cost minus your Final cost after 1 year. This is the depreciation. So depreciation of 100 rupees will be there after 1 year. So this much was the initial cost and this is the final cost after 1 year. Because it is depreciation, that's the reason we will be using minus sign over here. Hope the concept is clear to you. You must have known what ratio is, what percentage is, how we can use all these concepts in our day-to-day life problems. Soon we'll be meeting with other videos. Thank you.